Okay, so the purpose of this video today is to review these new propellers that I have purchased for my Hubsan Zino Mini Pro. These propellers are actually Master Airscrew propellers for a DJI Mini 2. So the first question I was going to ask is, will they work? Quick answer to that is no. You have to modify them. They are more or less the same size and they are the same length. These new ones are just a little bit wider. But the issue comes in the hole of the prop base where it mounts to the Zino Mini Pro. In order for you to get these to work properly, you have to drill them out. So I found a drill bit that worked perfectly to go into the prop. So I took the mini props and drilled them out. Then the second part is that the thickness of the mounting base is a little thicker on the mini props. So I had to trim off, just with a razor blade, just come and trim that down until it was about the same thickness so that they would screw on to the drone properly. So I put those on this Zino Mini Pro and I took it out for the first flight. A lot quieter. That's one of the things that this Zino Mini Pro states, is that it will be a lot quieter, a little bit faster, and help the battery longevity just by a minute on the DJI Mini 2. But excuse me, every little bit counts, right? So after making my adjustments and putting these on, started the flight. Everything seemed really well. It was quiet. The video looked good on the screen of the phone. I took it out. I did some speed tests, and I did get more speed. The Zino Mini Pro claims to get 16 meters to the second, and that's about 35.7 miles per hour. I was never able to get more than about 30, maybe 31 out of it on sport mode. With these props on it, just for that short flight, I got up to 34.5. So that's the closest that I've gotten to what it is claimed it can do in sport mode. The problem I ran into is when I zoomed in on an object. Obviously, you can tell a lot more when you zoom in as far as vibrations in the drone, and there was vibrations. With the original props, after a couple firmware updates, because everyone knows this Zino Mini Pro did have some issues in the beginning, but the last few firmware updates, I've had no vibration, very little jello, only in sport mode, but in normal mode and film mode, I would get no jello. And when I zoomed in on an object, it was clear and smooth and looked great. So since I noticed a lot of vibration using these, I realized that since I was just shaving them off with a razor blade, that they were probably no longer balanced to each other on each perspective motor. That's why I have them tie strapped, because I went ahead and I got my old balancing propeller balancer for my helicopters. It's not precise for something so tiny, but it did work. I mean, I put these on there and I found two pairs that were slightly unbalanced. So I shaved off a little bit more until I got them as close to balance as possible. I wish I can find a mini prop balancer for this type of propellers. I'll keep looking. Maybe one day they'll make one. Obviously this one is not going to work because this is for a fixed propeller, but this one does work. This is a helicopter propeller balancer. So I did balance these. I'm going to give it a try today. I'll make a video showing my speed with the original props and zooming in on an object to show that it's nice and stable. And then I'll put these on and cross my fingers that I was able to get rid of that vibration, and that maybe now I've got a better flying quad. I mean, this quad always flew great anyways. It was just some jello in the original video in the beginning, but with some firmware updates, they've pretty much fixed that. And as long as you're staying in normal mode or film mode, I get some really good video out of this guy. And at sub 250 grams with the obstacle avoidance, it's really turned out to be a nice drone. They've fixed the obstacle avoidance so that it actually bypasses objects. So it's really cool. It's fun to play with. However, it does require a lot more tinkering with than a typical DJI. A DJI drone, you take it out of the box, you fly it, it's ready to go. This guy does need a few more calibrations, and the sensors need to be calibrated regularly, but I like to tinker with things so it doesn't bother me. But with that said, these props, I got them in blue. They do come in multiple colors. I think they have yellow, orange, green, black, maybe even some white. So if I can get these to work, I'm going to get several colors to have several options, and just, you know, change the look of the drone every once in a while. And if anything, maybe it will make it fly even better than it was, and maybe get closer to that 16 meters per second that it's supposed to get in sport mode. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll add this flight videos to this video as soon as I get them all finished up. And I'll go ahead and let it sit for a second, and I'm going to zoom in. Just looking for vibrations with the normal props. Everything should be in good order. Looks clear on the screen of the phone. Bring it back. All right, so now let me turn around, and I'll probably get jello on this flight just because I'm flying in sport mode. But let's see. I'm gonna go full throttle forward and see what we get. About 28, 29, 30, 30. It bounces back and forth from 30, so I think that's about all we're gonna get. Let me turn it a little bit this way. Back towards me, and we'll go full throttle forward. $31, $32, 33.8, 34.
So I'll top out at 34.
For a second there, that was with the, I guess that's the direction the wind's coming from, so that's not bad. All right, so I'm going to stop there and return to home. And now I'm going to zoom in, see if that vibration that I saw last time is gone. Let it sit there for a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to take it back out and turn around. Don't get dizzy. Shoot forward. Shoot forward and see what we get speed-wise. Now, when I went this way last time, I didn't get up but up to like 31 or so, and now I'm going to turn and get it coming with the wind behind it. There's not really much of a breeze. It's like 2 to 5 miles per hour right now. All right, full speed ahead. Let's see what we get. Well, really doesn't seem like I got much more than I did with the other props. Let's see.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day.
Yeah, about the same as with the other props, so I guess it really didn't make much of a difference with speed on this one. It's just blue and quieter, and that's about all I'm going to get out of it, I guess. Let's fly against the wind, or against the breeze.
I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright.
We'll do that. We'll come back one more time with one more try and see See what these guys are doing on this
The
here.
current environment has strong wind speed. Please pay attention to
I don't know why
flight
it's saying that.
safety.
It's not that windy out there. Maybe it picked up a little bit on me. Yeah, I guess the flag over there is standing straight up, so it must have gusted up to about 10 or 15. Let's turn around. Get that wind behind us. Let's see what we get.
I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling.
34. 34.3. About the same as what I got with the other props.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
Alright, I'm going to bring it back.
I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago.
The current environment has strong wind speed. Please pay attention to flight safety.
See how these guys are doing here. They're clearing that lot right behind my house, so that's what all that noise is in the background.
Way back a year ago.
Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna return to home.
Sometimes I get so mad there's no
Return to home.
so bad I'm like I might grab a bat, I don't know my wrath, my blood boils over like
Bring that gimbal up.
I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go. So
And I'm
stay
just gonna go
tuned
ahead
for
and
the rest of the show.
stop the beeping first, and then stop the video.